There is something called education-based marketing. So instead of you to say buy this product, the easiest way to do it is to teach people about the product. You don't just create content, you position yourself. There's what we call precision in physics. Accuracy. We also use it in marketing. What will make somebody desire to do business with me, you talk about.
So it's more about positioning versus posting.
Yes.
Meet Emenike Emmanuel, a marketing expert averaging 3 to 13K monthly, and today he's revealing why many content creators in Africa are not making a lot of money.
And let's say I have a construction company and I want to get clients. The kind of content I put out online will determine if people will hire me to repair their roof or hire me for a contract to take over the roofing of the entire estate.
How do you then position for these people that have the money to pay?
Okay, don't let 100% of your content be free content. You must teach people how to buy from your platform by making them an offer from time to time. Selling is not the same thing as making offer.
How do you make an offer?
If you want to sell this thing to me, you should be able to show me how this is more than a cup.
Before we dive into today's conversation, I just want to say this real quick. If you're just finding us, thank you and welcome to the PT Podcast. And if you've been here with us since, thank you for sticking around. My team and I are building the PT Podcast for people like you who want to grow, people like you who want to feel seen, who want to be heard, who want to be stretched. So while you're here, we want you to do just 2 things that can help move us forward. Subscribe so you don't miss out on contents that actually sharpens and feeds your mind. That's literally the only thing we demand of you, to keep bringing high quality guests to the PT Podcast for every single one of us. And secondly, you want to go ahead and leave a comment right there in the comment section. If you have any thoughts, please put them down there. You do not know who would see them. You do not know who really needs them at this time. And you do not know who you are helping just by leaving a comment. Today's conversation is one of those conversations that you're not only going to hear, you're going to feel it. And we want you to take action by sharing this episode to your network, to different people building different stuffs at different phases of their life. That's the energy that we need to keep bringing high quality guests. And if there's someone in your mind, entrepreneur, founder, builder, whoever it is that you would like us to speak to, please write to us and we'll definitely make that happen. All right, let's dive in real quick to this one. Why are most Nigerian businesses still invisible online, despite being on Instagram and having websites?
I think it starts with awareness. Many people don't really know how powerful social media is. They don't know how powerful the digital space is. They don't know what is obtainable, what they stand to gain. When you don't know what you stand to gain, it will be quite difficult for you to see the bigger picture. So it starts with that aspect of not having the awareness of what social media can do for them. There's a whole lot you can achieve with social media. I always tell people that even if you come from a poverty-stricken background and you maximize social media, just build a platform. There's a popular saying I always tell people that nobody will give you platform.
You have to
build
your
your own.
Yeah.
And people that don't have platform don't get invited on platforms.
Exactly.
So some people are confused. How do I get on this kind of platform? They won't invite you because you don't have a platform. So people don't see the need yet because they are not seeing the bigger picture. So these are some of the challenges we are having in Nigeria, why people are not taking the visibility of their business seriously. They don't see the bigger picture. So the day they start seeing the bigger picture of what they can achieve with social media, with the internet, a whole lot will change. For instance, you can start with your business. You can actually use social media to build your business. Maybe you don't have the money to buy the products, but you have the platform. You can collaborate with somebody that has product while you have the platform. Person has the product, you have the platform. So from your platform, you can connect the vendor to the consumers while being the middleman. You get your commission and walk away.
There are untapped potential in the social media space, especially growing in Nigeria. I think right now the creative industry in Nigeria is picking up.
Yes.
And there is a lot of money. We've seen millions of naira and
hundreds of millions.
they are moving here and there. And people are just waking up to content creation and how to even monetize. And I know that you're one of those early players that started content creation. By the time we were calling it blogging and vlogging, but we were creating content like way back since I even got to know you.
Since 2013, thereabout, before I officially started doing it professionally in 2016.
That's a long time. What led you to, wanting to do that thing at the time, like creating content and making
I
it?
will say I started because of one aspect is the money.
Yeah.
I didn't want to graduate from school, go for NYC and come back looking for a job. So I asked myself, what exactly can I do for me to build something for myself? And the only thing that ticked the box for me was writing. I started writing. I started writing articles, writing magazines, writing in newspapers. But at a point, I told myself, all these things I'm doing it on an external platform. I need to build something so that people can always come back to read what I've written. That was what led me to blogging. And what was most popular at that time was news blogging, gossip blogging, is entertainment, and the rest of them. The lives of Linda Ikeja and Della Niger. So I looked at Linda Ikeja, I said, I can't do what they are doing, but I can actually build a niche that is different from what they were doing. At that time, I was running a blog called abaisgood.com.
Yeah, I remember.
I was running that abaisgood.com. At that time, Aba wasn't good, but I had this desire that one day Aba will be for cool, yes. So I was running the blog, we were talking a whole lot. The blog grew to, I think it was around 20,000 page views per day at that time. But I had a couple of articles I was writing as it has to do with Biafra struggles and agitation. So I started getting strange calls from people calling me, I want to see you, I want to do this. I discovered those calls were not from customers, they were agents, government agencies that wanted to know who is behind this blog. So I told myself, if these people should arrest me at this point in time, where nobody knows me, who is going to carry blog repairs on my behalf and all of that? So I was always in fear and I wasn't settled. I knew that area was not for me. News blogging, entertainment, politics, and the rest of them, they were not for me. So I decided to pivot into business writing, business blog, business plan, and the rest of them. I started writing business related articles. That was where I found my peace. So it was all about trying to build something for myself so that I don't have to depend on jobs because there were actually no jobs at that time.
If we're being
It's
honest.
very difficult. So I had to start with blogging. Gradually, I did some other things.
Just to let everyone know as well, Mr. Emenike was my physics teacher, right, from if I'm not mistaken, SS2, when I was studying SS2, way back in Alba. There's a lot of beautiful memory, and life is just good, sir. Man, life is good, and I'm happy that we are sitting across the table and talking about how far you have journeyed, especially in the blogging space. Um, at the time where you were teaching us physics, there are a lot of things that sank in, right? You made that course something that I fell in love with at the time. That physics. I started learning physics so much. I've forgotten most of the things now because I didn't put them to work. I did not put them to work, but at the time it was functional. I think I came out top of the class, even doing SSC for
Yes, I remember.
physics at the time. It's then I saw how you pivoted all of a sudden. So abaisgoodonline.com. At the time you were selling that your book.
Yeah.
That there was a book you wrote at the
Yes.
time.
Deliver the future.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a lot of things that's happened, but one of the things that has stood out ever since that you've been talking about blogging and educating people, especially around the area of visibility and popularity. You've always, said that visibility is not the same as popularity. And I just wanted you to touch base on fake visibility that hurts small business owners more than how it helps them.
Okay, like you rightly said, I'm very passionate about educating people.
Mm.
So whether I'm in the classroom or in the boardroom or in the field, anything I do is all about education. And I had to carry the same mindset into marketing. I started telling people that there is something called education-based marketing. So instead of you to say, buy this product, the easiest way to do it is to teach people about the product. As it regards the aspect of fake visibility and popularity and the rest of them, some people are visible online, but they are not making sales.
I agree with you.
People know them, but they are not making sales. The reason is because there's a missing link. trust is not there. If you are visible and you don't have trust, it becomes something to be worried about, because people will know you for maybe for something negative, but they won't trust you to give you money. So even if you carry your product on your head around the market, nobody will listen to you. So fake visibility is not good because it's going to affect your business in the long run. So it's better for you to gradually build it with trust. Even if it takes you 5 years, 2 years, 3 years, build it with trust, because if you don't have trust in the whole of this whole thing, it will affect the whole business.
I think even brands and most of the people that are already flying in the industry are supposedly the people who are even partly, right? This is not properly proven, but they are most of the people who are putting this pressure on some young upcoming creators to chase the fake visibility. Something happened this year. So we were supposed to get funding for most of our projects. And the reason they denied us the funding close to 30,000 USD is because of numbers. So now we are building organically. Everything we're doing is organic, right? No external number generation, fake numbers and all of those things. We're not farming engagement. Because I've come to realize that over time, if you're building a sustainable solution over time, the trust that you build over the years, people are going to know you for that thing. So people follow people and not what they say. It is not just you telling me do this. Oh, because I'm still able to learn so much from you, because over time I've seen you not say those things, but you've lived the path. And for every time that you are coming out of this, you're entering into this, is from one big step to the next one, and it's becoming better over time. When they denied us that funding, I thought about it. Oh, maybe we should even do what they want. But I still caught myself to order and say, oh no, anything good takes time to build. So why I say that most of these big brands, they are not able to fund you. They're not able to partner with you. They're not able to buy from you because they feel like it's not extremely authentic. This goes side both ways as well, because some people want to just be out there.
Yes.
They just want to be there. They just want people to follow them. But why should people follow them? So, well, I just wanted to put this out there. So, how upcoming creators that are looking to build sustainable solutions for around the area of visibility should, the routes they should take based off of how you were able to grow many of your different projects that you had and companies to the point where they are right now?
Okay, I think the best way is consistency. Looks very common. Is people say that the word consistency is doing something over and over again, even if you don't feel like doing it. Because if you are not consistent, it's going to affect the results. It's very common. If you tell people be consistent, they say I've been consistent. No, if you are not consistent doing the right thing, some people are consistent in just posting content, but at the content strategy, are you targeting a particular audience? Are you creating content across all the platforms? Like if if you are running a business and you want to take over the internet, you must be doing SEO, you must be creating video, you must be creating long form posts, you must be anywhere your target audience are. If something is trending, you should be able to connect that thing that is trending to your business. If you check through my Facebook, that's some of the things I do. I don't just write about what is trending. If there's no way I can connect it to my business or to connect it to my something that will depict me as an expert in my industry, I will write about it. I'm not here to tell stories about trends, but my job is to connect that trend to my business. The trend might attract you to my platform, but by the time you are done reading the article or watching the video, you know that it's not just about the trend. It's about me trying to showcase my expertise, showcase my intelligence. So for young creators, that is what they should do. Any trend that is happening, think of how you can connect it to your business. If you stay long enough thinking on it, you are going to get solution. It's not something you just come up with, like, okay, let's create the content. No, you have to meticulously, if it takes you 2 days, you don't have to just follow the trend the way it is hot. Sometimes I take 2 days, 3 days before I reply to some trend, not all the trends anyway. I only reply to the one that I can use to demonstrate my intelligence. and I do it strategically. Sometimes I can write up to 500 or 1000 words article on Facebook for free just to connect that trend to myself. So that when you are done reading it, you know that this guy is brilliant. And when this guy, if this guy is brilliant in this aspect, it means he can as well help me in other area of my business. It's going to get me numbers. I've used it to grow my platform. If maybe something is trending in the real estate sector, I'll think of how I can connect it to what I'm doing. If it's trending in the digital space, I think of how I can connect it. If it's a religion-related content, I think of how I can connect it to what I'm doing. It's to help you to get that traction because it's very important. I don't blame the investors that say they don't want to invest. They are also afraid. They want to get return. They are not from your family members that they will give you support just for free. No, they want return. They want to see the number, but you don't have to farm the engagement. You don't have to use fake numbers. They do it. Some of these musicians, they do it.
Yeah.
Fake streams and the rest. At the end of the day, they know who is who. For instance, you have 12 million people following you from Nigeria. You've not traveled outside Nigeria and you're walking around the street, not even a single person was able to recognize you. It shows that your popularity is fake.
Yeah.
Your popularity is not worthy. So what exactly should the person do? Build your visibility around something you can convert to money. You don't have to go direct. For instance, you have real estate to sell. You can build visibility around everything that has to do with real estate marketing in Nigeria. Talk about it. Talk about real estate investing. Talk about the mistakes people are making. Focus on what will interest people. If it doesn't interest them, they will not click on your videos. They will not click on your articles. They will not visit your page. They won't follow you. So also leave a room for them to come inbox, like to send you a DM.
Oh yeah.
You don't just open up everything. There should be something. There should be a gap in knowledge, so that they will say, okay, for me to get this, I need to send this guy a DM. And you must have a product that solves that particular problem. It must not be a physical product. It can be a service. It can be your consulting or your private section. You must have something you can offer to them in return. If you just give out all the information for free and there's no back end means of making money, you're just waiting for grants alone. It's going to take you a long time before you monetize your skills.
So it's more about positioning versus posting.
Yes. You don't just create, you position. You don't just create content, you position yourself. There's what we call precision in physics, accuracy. We also use it in marketing. What will make somebody desire to do business with me? You talk about it. If there is something that will make somebody desire to do business with me, that is what you should focus on. So for instance, let's say I have a construction company and I want to get clients, I want to get customers, I want people to hire me. The kind of content I put out online will determine if people will hire me to repair their roof or hire me for a contract, like to take over the roofing of the entire estate. The content you put out will determine the people you attract. So if you notice that you are beginning to attract people who don't have the capacity to pay for what you are writing, look at your content. You are probably speaking to the wrong audience. The people who have the money to pay you, they are not finding what you are creating worthy. So that's where the problem starts.
How do you then position for these people that have the money to pay?
Okay, let's say you are creating content and you want to make money from it. Don't let 100% of your content be free content. You must teach people how to buy from your platform by making them an offer from time to time. It will help you to filter people that have the financial capacity to pay and the people that do not have the capacity to pay. I create a lot of free content, but from time to time, I teach my audience how to buy. Even if I'm not selling my own product, I'm selling someone else's product. People need to know that they should buy from you. Some people assume that, oh, for the fact that I'm building this thing, people should be able to come to me when they need it. No, they will leave you to your competitor who from time to time makes offer. Selling is not the same thing as making offer.
How do you make an offer?
Offer means you are giving somebody something in return for the value, equal value, or even more than the value of what they are paying for. So if you want to sell this thing to me, You should be able to show me how this is more than a cup. If you sell it as a cup, I will underprice it. But if you sell it as something that can beautify my home, give me a sense of belonging, like this cup is only 100 in the whole universe, and the top 1% of the 1% are the ones that are buying it. And now you have the opportunity to own one. That's an offer. And at the end of the day, there's a bonus attached to it. That when you buy this cup, you will get this, you get this, you get this. Maybe there's a meeting ground, like from time to time, people that patronize this cup in the last 1 year, there's a meeting where you meet the billionaires of this world. That's an offer. You're not just selling a cup. So it's entirely different. So from time to time, make your audience an offer. Give them something that will be more valuable than the money they want to pay you. If you don't teach them how to buy, they will not buy from you. So the difference between the person who is not making sales and the person who is making sales is the offer they are making. If you don't make offer, there is nothing for you. So if you want to attract the people that have the money to pay, gradually teach your audience how to sell and intertwine your free content with your paid content. And always have something you can refer people to. Some people come to your DM to ask questions and possibly waste your time if you don't have something to offer them. What I mean, offer them something to sell to them. But if someone comes to your DM and say, oh, this article you wrote about selling real estate is really interesting, can you please explain more to me? Send the person to the platform where to buy. If it's a company, tell the person the amount you charge for training. And many of them will be willing to pay. But if you don't have anything to sell to them, they will not buy from you. And when they don't buy from you, no money will come in.
Wow. This is very, very insightful. It's been a while I heard something like this actually. But let's go back to SEO. I wanted to know, like, what do you think most businesses in Nigeria are doing wrong, especially around search engine optimization?
I think most of them, they don't understand the difference between global SEO and local SEO. So they create content on their blog, they create blog posts, they create articles, and it's all rank because they are targeting global SEO. It will be very difficult for you to rank globally for a particular keyword, but you can rank locally for the same keyword. The difference between local and global SEO is you including the country, the location, the slangs, the quotes like what people are saying, brand within that space. So if you are creating content, how to make money online is different from how to make money online as a Nigerian. That's still broad, as a Nigerian, still broad, or in Nigeria. Another person can come up with another version of it, how to make money in Nigeria, even if you're a school dropout. Another person will come up with the post that say how to make money in Lagos. So these are local SEO targeting. If you understand the difference, you'll be ranking online. For every product you are promoting, localize it. In fact, Google loves it. Google wants to be sure that you are talking to a specific audience and not just everybody. Because in the right sense of it, everybody is not your customer. And it will stop somebody in UK from finding your article. It will stop somebody in the US from finding your article. It will stop them.
Even if it's a local.
Even if you target local SEO. But that's where your major audience are coming from. You must have the specific audience where they come in larger quantity, so that you create content to speak to them. When I create content for real estate companies, that's what we do. Real estate in Abuja, real estate in Asaba, real estate in Lagos, Port Harcourt, and Enugu. We focus on where their properties are, and that will give them an edge. But the competitors are trying to rank for maybe how to get CFO in Nigeria, whereas somebody else is writing how to get CFO in Lagos. Is a different thing. You can't get CFO in Nigeria as a whole. You can get CFO in Lagos. People are searching for things based on the way it's in their hearts. And that is exactly the way you have to write it.
I have an odd question. So is it possible that you don't want to follow any of these rules and it still be visible?
It's possible, but it's going to be try and error.
Oh.
And try and error is not something somebody should engage in. If there's a clear path to doing something, just want to try different things. And the funny part of it is that if you do that try and error for a very long time, By the time you want to organize a blog, it will not be very difficult for Google to know where to classify your blog. Let's say you've published 1,000 articles trying to hit from different angles. You have like 15 niches in one blog, 20 different products in one blog, 200 locations in one blog. By the time you want to streamline it, you are confusing Google. And the moment you confuse Google algorithm, they will abandon your site. The moment they are confused, they don't know where to classify your blog. Should they classify this blog with the IP from where you are posting from, or they should classify based on the content you are creating? They will abandon it. Algorithm will get tired of it.
So Google owns YouTube, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
This is applicable to YouTubers as well.
Exactly. Anything that has to do with search engine optimization, it works across all the search engine platforms, including YouTube, including Google Search, Bing, and the rest of them.
So do you have like a course where people can go learn about search engine optimization and how to properly utilize it for their businesses, especially from Nigeria?
Yes, I have. I have one called Write and In Masterclass. I also have Blogging Business Masterclass. So Write and In Masterclass is all about writing SEO content, especially for people that want to make money from writing. So how do I start writing articles for companies and make money in return? You learn it. Companies that also want to implement it for themselves can as well learn it. Or an individual that wants to use it to grow his or her business can also learn it. While that of Blogging Business Masterclass starts from setting up a blog, creating content, and monetizing the content.
It was very, very helpful. I remember seeing one of your posts where you mentioned funnels that make money while you sleep, something of that nature. I just wanted to like double down on how these funnels that can make you money contributes to your visibility and not just the vanity metrics.
Okay, like I said, there are two types of ways you can, or two ways you can go about it. Is either you go about it through automation or you go about it by building a blog. If you want to make money while you sleep, either you using digital space or digital platforms, either you do it through automation where you create a digital product, a downloadable product that people can pay for while you sleep. You can use platforms like Seller or Paystack or Flutterwave to market the product. You run adverts to your landing page. When they get to the page, you tell them what you want to sell to them. Make it so valuable that the course or the content or the digital product is more valuable than the amount of money they want to give you. If they pay for it by 2 a.m., 3 a.m., you are sleeping at that point in time. It might even be during the day. So you are making money. Or you build a blog. When you build a blog, you can monetize the blog through AdSense or affiliate marketing. You can as well sell your digital product right there on the blog. So your blog will be on 24/7. Even when you are busy, like I'm here now, my blog is online. People are reading it. At the end of the day, I'll go through my analytics and Google AdSense to check how much we made for the day. If I'm sleeping, the same thing happens. So that is what you can do to make money while you sleep. These are different ways you can go about it using digital platforms.
If people don't have money, like some business owners that don't have money to run advertisements, right? What's like one of those smartest ways you think they can go about?
They can start with organic marketing. Organic marketing is still a form of marketing. The only thing is that it will take you more time to build trust, to build the audience, to build followers. The person should learn how to create viral content. The person should be able to take trends and connect it to their business so that they can build followers as well. So organic marketing is still a good way. In fact, if everything fails you, organic marketing will not likely fail you if you do it very well.
Well, what's organic marketing? Just for
Organic marketing simply means creating content on the internet without paying for visibility.
just like making videos and posting.
Exactly. You do it consistently until you build followers, you build trust. So when you create a course or you advertise a product, people will still buy it. So it can give you the amount of money you need to now run adverts. Some people do it a lot. They want to make money. They start begging somebody to give them money or asking for loan to run adverts. I don't do that. I'd rather use my organic marketing to raise the money with which I can now run adverts because I've built the trust. People don't have the patience to build trust. It will take you time. So when you are in abundance, when money is there, you are not in a hurry to make money. Build trust. Create content to build trust. Because a day will come where you won't have money, you won't have money to even borrow, or you won't have anyone to borrow money from to run adverts. You leverage on the organic audience you have.
This is applicable to every business, even a fitness person.
Every business. If people trust you, they will buy from you.
I agree with you.
It starts with people knowing, which is the visibility, and trusting you. If they trust you, they will buy from you. So if you are visible and they don't trust you, they won't buy from you.
So in the leaderboard, we have visibility, then we now have trust. What's the next thing that follows?
The middle one is likeness. People should like you. But at the top of it is trust. The one at the base level is visibility. You need to get more people to know you, to know that you exist, to know that you are the best person on this particular subject. People should be able to mention your field, and the first time people that comes to their mind will be you. So when they talk about blogging, let the first 10 persons to mention should be you if you're in the blogging space. If you are talking about who will train them on real estate marketing, let the top 10 persons to mention should be you because you are visible. You've created content over the years. Over time, you've shown yourself as someone who has something to offer the people. You proceed to building trust. And trust means you must showcase your integrity. If something happens that depicts you as one who has integrity, talk about it. There's a Bible passage, I think it should be John chapter 4 thereabout, where the brothers of Jesus Christ told him that if you do these good things, show yourself to the world. Many people are very good at what they do, but they are not showing themselves to the world. They think it's humility to hide their expertise, to hide their gift. So if you are good in what you do, talk about it, that you are the best in it. Showcase it, demonstrate it. If you're a shoemaker, show the shoe that you've made. Show people the process, show people behind the scene. It will help them to build trust. So while other people are selling their own, maybe 50,000, your own can be 100,000 because you've built trust. We've shown them that this is what you do, this is behind the scene. I'm not outsourcing it to anybody. I do it myself and I do it manually.
What if the person does not have the result that can, validate the process of showing those?
But why wouldn't the person have the result? It will take you time to build it. The compound effect works in everything. The effort you put in today might not give you instant result, but by the time you accumulate it over time, it will compound to something big.
Yeah, that's right.
And any little result you get, maximize it as your social proof. Some people are waiting for big results because they are looking at people who are ahead of them. Let me give you an example. Let's say you are running a business and you have just 5 consistent customers, like returning customers coming to your business, and you are feeling sad that your business is not growing like people that get 1,000 customers, and you are refusing to talk about your own. That this business has grown to the point that 5 of my customers buy from me every month because we are the best in what we do. They might find it cheaper elsewhere, but my own is exceptional. Talk about it. People don't talk about their own because they are looking at someone else. So any little social proof you have, talk about it. And it means you have to start gathering your social proof little by little. Little by little. Social proof is very important. It's what shows. It starts with proof of concept. Proof of concept means that this thing works. Let's say the first time you made your $1 online, you record it. This was the first time I made my $1. Other people might be making $100,000 at that point in time, but this is your story. So the day you are called to share the story, you'll be able to put a link to everything that has happened in your life. Even if you can't inspire 1 million people, at least you inspire 100. And that 100 is your own tribe, is your own community. They can talk about you and bring the 100,000 people to you.
Just reminiscing on a lot of these things because you don't hear this regularly. Although most times the informations are out there, but we are so a lot of us are so lazy to lazy and busy, to go and listen to most of these things. But that compound effect, especially with social proofs, I think is very, very much neglected. Some people say be authentic, all right? Start sharing the story one step at a time as we're growing, the numbers are going up and all that. But is there a reason why a business should not give you money in the first year?
Of course. The more difficult it is for the business to give you money, the more authentic the business is. Okay, business that make instant money immediately might not really be the best of businesses. But business that compounds, let me use a blog. If you create a blog today, you're not going to make money today. But if you keep doing it consistently, you can start from $1, $2, $3, 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 1,000. All the efforts you put when you were not making money, all of them will still add up later. Well, another person will say, no, I don't want to build something that will take me so much time to get there. Let me just be selling one-to-one. You'll be getting money one-to-one. But the effort you put 2 years ago is not going to compound to build anything for you. Because you've exhausted your products.
What are most of those mistakes that you know that you did at the time, that you've realized that you did at the time, that a lot of bloggers and content creators are still making right now?
I think one of them is building your blog on free platforms. Like there's WordPress.com.
Yeah, I remember.
And there is blogspot.com. Some newbie bloggers still waste their time building their blogs on these platforms. They are free, they are self-hosted, but there's a limit to what you can do with them. You can monetize the blog, you can build a brand around it because you are using the free platform. So you have to move from using that free platform to using self-hosted platform. That's self-hosted blogging. That's wordpress.org, that's .org. So I made that mistake. I was running 3 blogs on free platforms. At a point, I told myself, I've wasted my time creating content. I need to move. I need to monetize this thing. I need to make money from it. I need to build a brand around it. My first time of going for a summit was about business summit, where I met Ohabunwa and the rest of them, Dr. Ohabunwa and the rest of them. He asked me what was the name of my blog. I told him .mchesconsulting.wordpress.com. The blog is still there now. He told me, why did you put .wordpress.com? That I should go and change it. So that would have given me a kind of bonding with them at that time. But that name spoiled everything. So that mchase.consulting is still online. If you search mchase consulting, you see the articles were not professional. I was just starting out. But if I had built that on a platform, because all the traffic I was getting, 7,000 page views, 10,000 page views monthly at that time. If I was doing it on a self-hosted platform, it would have grown faster. So when I see young people doing the same thing, I think the person is just wasting their time. Learn it very well and build it on a good platform. Some who also go into something without first of all learning about it.
You see, what you said about a lot of people need to is a problem. It's a problem already. People diving into things without having proper information. There's such a thing as learning on the job, and at least having a bit of information, foundational knowledge. So I think you need to expand upon that topic.
Okay, like as I was saying, before you go into something, you need to learn. You can go through the paid means or you go through the freemium. We have premium and premium. So you can go through any of these means, but you have to learn. When you learn something, the result you get will be different from somebody who didn't learn at all. Like you said, there's learning on the job and there's learning before the job. So if you want to build something online, especially blogging, learn it so that you save yourself time. For instance, when I started entrepreneur business blog, I was using the wrong permalink structure. The permalink structure I was using will have your year, the month before the post name. So it affected me because if I have an article that says 20 ways to make money online in 2021, now we are in 2025, that article I posted will carry the year 2021 in the URL. So if anything makes me to say, okay, let me update this article and put 2025, it will alter the existing URL. And at this point in time, I'll be having missing links. Most people don't even know. If you don't have the proper knowledge, you won't know that such a thing exists. Now, if I'm building a blog, once I set up the blog, the first thing I do is to go to the permalink structure, change it to post name, so that if I create an evergreen content, people can always visit it over and over again. I can even change the dates and the URL will still be the same. So these were some of the little mistakes I made when I started blogging, and it affected me for a very long time. But over time, I had to adjust.
The permalink structure, a lot of people don't know it. So I'm wondering if it's still in line with people who create video content or just bloggers.
It's mainly bloggers.
Oh, many.
It's only when you are blogging with a domain name. But if it's on YouTube, it doesn't have any issue. But for YouTube, you have to create more of evergreen content that can always be relevant even after many years. But if somebody does not watch it today, somebody might want to watch it in 2030, 2027. Can the content still be relevant to the person?
You know, how you mentioned learning these things, the mistakes that you make when you learn, the type of work that you put out when you learn something versus when you don't learn it before you get started. You know, there's a possibility, that's what I'm thinking, that you can still learn from someone who have average knowledge in this thing and not know most of these things that you're talking about. So I just wanted us to circle back to on that place of self-training, like properly making research and learning new.
You don't learn something from one person.
Okay.
If you want to become an expert in anything, don't just, it's one of the challenges some of my students have. They learn from me and they don't do research again. There are certain things, and not that I don't know it, but I might not remember it while talking to you.
Yeah.
By the time you start doing your own research, I've given you a foundation. Whatever somebody gives you is like a foundation, whether it's paid training or free training, it's like a foundation that this is how to go about it. So when you are making research, you will know. If you mention the word Amazon to somebody, an e-commerce person will just believe that you are talking about the e-commerce company called Amazon. But another person who is not into e-commerce doesn't even know that there's an e-commerce company like that. Person might be thinking you are talking about exceptional person. So by the time you learn, it's easy for you to know how to use some of these words. Like you want to create content that will go viral or that will attract the right people or attract sponsored posts, you need to mention brands. So when it gets to the point where you want to list names of popular, or not, they might not even be popular, names of reputable e-commerce companies. You mention Amazon, you mention Alibaba, you mention some other ones that are not so popular. You can now mention some other blogs, and you can mention all. What will happen is that some of these companies you did not mention that are not yet popular will reach out to you, asking that you include their name in what you just mentioned. Like you are doing this video now, this podcast now.
Yeah.
Companies can reach out to you and say, you mentioned something in line with what we do. Can you insert it in your next video, recommending our products to people? You will charge them.
Yeah.
So that's how to make money from what you are doing. And at the same time, you are learning on the job, you are getting results. You are learning on the job, you are getting results. Don't learn from one source. It will limit your knowledge. No matter how intelligent the person is, let whatever the person gave you be the foundation for you to learn.
But there should be a balance to it too, right?
Definitely. The balance, I think, the best way to balance is that if, for instance, I teach you this and this is what got me results.
Yeah.
Before you try to go extra mile, try to implement that one I give you so that I can get that result and look for extra result to augment it. But if you abandon the one I taught you that got me result, it's not as if it's no longer, it's still working, and start looking for other means, it means you'll be wasting so much time.
Why do you think that websites don't convert when they find surface?
Websites are static. Static means that it's just there. If the website does not rank on search engine, people will not discover it. The best people that will buy from you are the people that discovered you by themselves and know you as an expert for what you do. For instance, somebody reaches out to you and say, I want you to help me set up a studio. The person reached out to you. You can bill the person any amount you want, and the person will be begging to pay. But if you are the one approaching people, trying to plead with them, that you have a service you can render for them, they will undermine your services. So if you build a website, you need to go extra by building a blog that will promote that website, because website is static. It's just there. You can update it with new information. Even if you update, it will not just automatically start ranking on search engine. There are some optimization we do in blogging you cannot do on your website. Many of them. So if you build a website, build a blog that can promote that website. And each of the blog posts you have in your blog should be something that links them to one of the services you have in your website.
It's call to action, sort of.
Yes. So anytime you create content, there must be a service or a product you are trying to promote. No matter how you go about it, you are trying to promote something. There are 4 types of search intent. You can't explain all of them on a website because the website is static. You have informational, navigational, commercial, and transactional. So you can implement all these search intent that are search means something that is making people to search for something. People don't, the difference between social media and Google is that on Google, people go there to search for what is already in their mind. But on social media, you might just be scrolling and stumble on something. You might buy, you might not buy. But for somebody to go on Google, there is something the person is looking for. Some of them might not even know the right way to search it. But the way is in their head is the way you write it. For instance, how to make money online is different from who can teach me how to make money online. How to make money online is information and the person wants to learn. But when the person is searching for who to teach me or who can teach me or the best person to teach how to make money online in Nigeria, that's transactional, that's commercial. The person wants to pay. So whatever you are creating, you must satisfy all these things. Otherwise, your website will just be static. That's why people build websites and they are unable to renew it because it's not making money for them.
Especially around the area of search intent, I know a lot of people would need more information on search intents because it cuts across different area of creating content and making things, especially with the informational, knowing what is in people's mind and how they are asking, therefore tailoring your services around that area, to help solve that problem. I'm very grateful that you could even share all of these things. These are, I would call them red gems. You don't find, I've not, maybe because I've not gone looking for them, or
it's only when you look for them
you find them, or we don't even know that we need to look for them. That's
the essence of this kind of podcast. We keep
the awareness
that these things exist so that when they go online they can search and make more inquiry.
What's your take on businesses that focus heavily on giveaways that are not on like long form content or Google discoverability? They're just like focused on giving things away and all that. So let's say, for instance, I'm not making long form content. I'm just like literally trying to put myself out there, trying to chase one trend or the other.
Using giveaway to build the audience. When you use giveaway to build your audience, one thing will happen. You attract those people. You attract people who are needy.
Wow.
And you can only use them when it's time for contest. Like you are contesting for something, so you need people to vote for you. Those people are your soldiers that will vote for you. Well, it's not as if giveaway is wrong, but how you structure your giveaway. Structure your giveaway in a way that will engage the people you are giving something to. Don't just say, okay, I want to give 5 people 1 million naira. 1 million naira for what? If you structure it the other way around and say, write a business plan, I will select 5 people to sponsor their business, is entirely different. The same giveaway, but different structure. The people you attract with that kind of content will be with that kind of giveaway will be different from the other one. So the way people do giveaway, drop your account number, I'm crediting 20 people. They credit some, they don't credit some. They are using it to fan engagement, to get more people to follow them. If the person don't have something to offer in return later, it's going to affect. And of course, you are building an entitled society. Maybe if you stay for 1 month, let's say you were sick and you didn't post online, you were not active, just managing to post. You see some entitled people in your comment section telling you that you didn't do giveaway for the last 1 month, that you are now very stingy. That's how you could behave once you get money like this. You start misbehaving. The person did not give you money to give out. The person doesn't even know what is going on in your life, but they are not feeling entitled. So the more you build that kind of audience, and if it becomes 70% of your audience, it will reflect in the comment section of your post. You'll be having very mannerless people. And that can make some key people that can move your business forward to stay away from you. You almost time they believe you are a reflection of your audience.
Is that true?
Oftentimes.
You're a reflection of your audience.
Oftentimes. Oftentimes, we are reflections of our audience because you did not teach them how to treat people. They don't care about quality. They just want something to entertain them. Whether what you're saying is true or not. In fact, if it's bad bills that is going on, they say give and back. They just want to get entertained with your activities. Not people that can tell you, oh, this is how to do something, this is business connection, this is what you should do, and all of that. The audience you are building, the content you put out will reflect in your audience, and your audience will in turn reflect in you. So if you start putting out content that those people are not comfortable with, they will stay away from your comment section. Gradually, they will withdraw. When they see that more of the comment section are people that are saying quality things, the other ones we call them people that have gutter behavior. They will start moving away from your comment section.
How do you attract like high quality community members?
Through your contents. Create high quality content. Like I said on Facebook the other day, it's not everything that comes to your mind you must say. It's not every opinion you have that you must share. And it's not every battle you must fight. Select your battles. If I'm having issue with somebody, and I know that coming to Facebook to rant about the issue I'm having with an individual who might not even have the level of audience that I have, will bring down my own audience. I will swallow it. You won't see it on my platform. It will look as if I don't ever have issue with people. Because the kind of audience I want to attract doesn't want to have somebody who is always fighting with people. But another person that believes that I don't take chances, once you do me something, I'm posting it online, quality audience will begin to withdraw gradually. Unnecessary fights that won't add anything to your business, person will be posting it online.
So this is like circling back to the person who is actually making the content, the type of person they are.
The type of person you are will attract. We attract in electromagnetism, they say the opposite poles attract, but in the real life, we attract our likes.
Okay.
Who we are is who we attract. But it will take time. Oftentimes, it will come with people in your age brackets. Gradually, it will be moving up. The more quality content you create, the more you showcase yourself that you are someone who respects elders, the more people of higher age will begin to connect with you because they don't want you to disrespect them. When they begin to see that you think above your age, the content you create are way above your age, the quality is way above the standard, that's the average.
And these people have potential of buying from you.
But they have the potential of buying from you, they have the potential of recommending you, and they have the potential of empowering you.
Can you walk us through like your entire process, like a simplified version of your visibility style from like first impression to conversion?
The first thing I do is to teach for free. I do a lot of free teaching. And inside that free teaching, I give room for people to reach out to me. I can have 10 things I want to teach for free. I'll keep 2. And that 2 are things you must ask me question on. Or I've taught you for free, but you want a step-by-step guide to implement them. People are lazy.
Yeah.
The information is free out there, but they don't have the strength to start implementing. They need somebody to walk them through the process. That's where I now come in to walk you through the process. I have different kinds of offers. The one you can just download and read. I have the one I will do it for you, done for you, and have done with you. So we will do it together. Depending on the one that aligns with your financial capacity at that point in time, we'll go for it. Yeah, I call it digitizing your product or services. Digitize it.
Like most of those steps that you think people can then, go about digitizing, especially skills that are like in it inside them.
Exactly. What they know how to do. There must be a unique way. Other people might be doing it, but there's a unique way you do your own. That is what people wants to learn. And that is what makes you different.
At what point do you think a creator should like niche down? I mean, thinking about it, at the early stage of any career, people are generalists before they become specialists, right?
Yeah.
At what time in a given journey of anyone do you think they should focus energy on one particular niche?
It's based on the demands.
Okay.
The demands of the market. You can be doing 5 different things closely related to each other, but the demand will show you where to go to. And demand simply means where people are showing more money into, or the area where you have more monetization options. So you must be able to look at it holistically. Which one has more monetization options? You can write them down in a tabular form. This particular service I have, this particular one, this particular one, which one has more monetization options? I can start implementing now. You can now niche down on that particular one. It's always good to niche down because it doesn't mean you won't do the other ones. In fact, the bulk money might be coming from the other side at the end of the day. But the fact that they know you as an expert in this field, they automatically believe that you also be good in the other area you're also doing.
So the demand has to be from people to you, or does it have to be for other people? So like when you talk about demand, like most of the people you look up to, they're getting demands, they're making sales, especially in this area that you are more like a generalist in.
It depends on the one that comes first. If the demand comes first for you, you focus on that area. If you've waited, the demand is not coming in that area yet, you look at what they are doing, what the people at the higher level. I always say, bro, anything you are doing must have the top 10 people doing that particular thing. It gives you a sign that if you focus and you grow it, you will succeed. And don't just look at it from the surface level. Try to dig deep into what they are doing. For instance, let me give you a practical example. There are some people, they create 20 blog posts every day. On the surface level, you believe they are bloggers, but until you take time to understudy them and know that they are not just bloggers like people that do occasional blogging, they write today, the next article is in 2 days. These people create 20 articles every day. If you want to become like them, you start from the little you know about them by creating 20 articles every day in your own field, which you've set in monetization options on. So if you do that consistently over time, your own will also grow.
Do you think people should have like products first before they start putting content out?
The demand will determine the product you create. Will determine the product you create. If there is a demand, create a product, start creating content. If there is no demand, create content, gradually product options will come.
So maybe it's possible that in the early stage of creating content,
You don't even have any products to sell at all. You don't even have services to offer yet. You are just creating content. Over time, the options will start coming. Sometimes it can come from people asking you, but it can come from you understanding what other people are doing. Like you see content creators, almost everybody is promoting one betting company or the other because they see their colleagues promoting it.
yeah.
But some of them are not seeing that some of these their colleagues, beyond promoting this thing, they also have their own company that they promote inside their videos. So they look at the easy options, which is sign up with a betting company. At the middle of your video, you say, use my promo code, blah, blah, blah. Some of them are not seeing that some of these their colleagues have companies, have businesses, logistics business, restaurants, and the rest of them, dating apps that in between the video, they can see chip in the thing. Those are the things you can implement, not just the one that is so obvious to everybody.
I think it's only high intellect people that can understand this conversation. And I hope that they're able to grasp because
Definitely, they
we
will.
touched based on a lot of things that when put to action would lead to wealth.
Great
And
results.
I mean, I'm really, really, really grateful that lots of questions. I just feel like I'm here for it. There's a lot of questions, but if you could leave one invincible inheritance in the minds of African business owners today, what thing would it be that you thought of as an inheritance?
Okay, I think it should be to build a business that the next generation will be proud of to continue with. Like, let me give you, using myself as an example. I believe that if I keep doing blogging the way I want to do it, to build it to become a media company. Today now, if somebody says I was featured on Forbes magazine, it gives the person a level of prestige. Person is happy.
Exactly.
Forbes magazine or Forbes.com is just a media company. So it means if I'm running a business blog, I'm running on any kind of blog, like one of my blogs on the area of insurance, my goal is to build a very big, popular insurance blog that can I sell it to an insurance company or build an insurance company in future because I have the audience. So I want to build something that my next generation will be proud of to take up from there. When you want to do something for forever, it should be something your children can see the bigger picture. Okay, my father left this at this stage. That means if I focus on it, I'm going to take it to this particular stage.
Because even in actuality, if you think about it, we have a very short life to live. So
Definitely.
why spend it on something that is not so? I've been deliberating between a lot of things that, as a multi-potentialite, I'm very good at a lot of these things. I've done many of them. I've tried different skill sets. I've worked across different industries. But at the same time, I didn't feel this sense of fulfillment. I didn't feel at the time the dopamine is there because I'm seeing, as a very creative person, I'm seeing the work I'm doing and how it's putting smile on other people's faces. But within myself, it's not something I want to pass on to my children. Right. So now that you mention it, I think this is actually a true inheritance to leave a business, a company. And the way I'm thinking about it, I'm even thinking of people too.
Yeah, definitely. People are also thinking in the same, they have the same line of thoughts.
You were able to impact. Most of these things are, quote unquote, something that came from that early stage of development that you played a key role in. And that very early stage of development. Because I believe that there were other, like we'll call, uncles at the time in about that. There's an uncle that me, I'm not even if the uncle reach out to me now, I cannot reach out to the uncle back. We all had this. And the reason is because they didn't focus energy on human capital development.
Sure.
So the foundation of what you just said is, for me, the foundation is on human resource development, that capital.
Very important.
Having them in mind while building. But the other part of it is, do you have to be passionate for those things that you're creating as content?
You have to be.
Is it compulsory?
Very compulsory. Even if the passion was not there before, like it's not an area that you are naturally passionate about. For the fact that you have a goal or there's an income that must come out of it, you have to develop passion. Passion can be inborn, passion can be developed. For instance, you have something that is making you money and is legit. No mistakes about it. It has a future. The best you can do, even if you were not passionate about it before, is to develop passion for it. So passion can be developed, passion can be inborn. Someone who decides to develop their passion might beat somebody who had a passion inborn.
How is that possible, sir?
Because the person is constantly reminding himself that I must do this. And the person is setting a punishment, a disciplinary measure on himself, not somebody giving you. For instance, every day I must create 2 articles or 2 Facebook posts. If I don't create it, I'm not eating. That's imposing punishment on yourself. Or I'm not going out. That football I want to watch, I'm not going to watch it until I do this. You must set a disciplinary measure for yourself.
Now, in terms of the people, what are most of those values that you've been able to build with your team members, that you've inculcated in your team members that helped you? At least I saw a post where I think it was an interview with one of those big companies that you averaged somewhere close to 3K to 13K monthly way back.
Startup story.
Startup story way back, right? I want to believe that before you rose to that amount of revenue, monthly recurring revenue of 3K to 13K, there was a lot of work that went into the people first that was able to, bring that type of result. What are most of those values? Because I need them. We need them.
What I did was to teach them.
You?
Yes, I taught them. To some people, they will feel like if you teach these people SEO writing, they will compete with you or they will start getting customers or clients elsewhere. I didn't mind. I was very liberal with my students that turned out to become my workers. I was very liberal. I taught them how to do it.
These students.
Yes, they came in as students. I taught them how to do it. Of course, I created a system. I wanted to minimize the kind of audience I have. So I told them if you want to learn and get hired, you pay 20,000. If you just want to learn and go, you pay 10,000. So a lot of people paid for that 20,000. I had to even refund so many people and deleted the post because I was looking for 10. I got over 20. I deleted the post. I had to refund many of them. So it was when people started reaching out to me, they need writers. I said, okay, let me get some people into my team. I have 20 writers now. 20 writers working with me. I still write. It's not as if I resign. No. I still write. I still write at least 5 articles every day.
Every day.
Every day. At a point I was doing 10. When you see me, I'm not active on social media. I'm working on my blogs. So I have to teach them without being selfish about it. Why most people are not going? Because they want to close the space. Instead of going to close the space entirely, why not charge people a percentage? Learn and get hired, or learn and go. If they learn and go, no problem. But if they learn and get hired, that's a plus for you.
But you had to build a culture,
Definitely a culture of integrity, culture of consistency, culture of being creative. You don't just submit. I used to have this writer. One, I can't even because I easily forget people that are not useful to me. It's a natural thing for me. If someone is not useful to me, give me 6 months. I've forgotten about the person. So the guy was just creating half-baked content. He was just interested in the money. I had to let him go because it's not reflecting the kind of organization I want to build, the kind of person that I am. And at the same time, I'm very meticulous in what I do. I take note of every single line of thought. I can read something over and over again to be sure it's in line with who I am and who people know me for. So I don't create content that contradicts me, whether it's in my blog or offline. I want to be consistent with my brand identity. Like I said earlier, what we create is who we are, the content we create. No matter what people tell us that I have a different life from social media, you're a reflection of the content you put out. So I had to let that guy go because he was not representing us very well.
Are there certain things that you had to unlearn about success, wealth, and productivity at the early stage, or maybe when you got to this whole phase of self-realization while you were building?
There's this natural saying that build it and customers will come. I had to unlearn it. Building it and customers will come is not applicable in reality, except you have so much money to put into advertising. But for somebody that is coming from the scratch, you don't just build and customers will come. No, you build what customers are interested in.
Okay.
So I had to unlearn that one of doing something just because I want to do it. I want to be doing something that people are interested in because it's not about me. The other day I was telling my wife that I don't know how people are comfortable. They will sit down, just say they want to create content about their life. Like, okay, follow me today as I go to buy mango. How will it benefit me? I can't do it. If I'm doing it, I want to be sure it's something that can help people, not me. It's not about me. I'm already doing it. It's not about me. The content I put out should be how it can help someone else. So people do it. Some of them can even get fame doing it, but it doesn't entice me. I'm about people. I'm a people-oriented person. I want to do something that will benefit people. So if I create content, is how this content can benefit somebody. It can either make you laugh, it can make you learn something, it can inspire you, it can teach you something. It's about you, not me.
What expense can you go for doing these things for people?
Training length, I can spend all my time doing it. The only thing I know is I must connect it to my business. If I create 5, at least 2 must somehow connect somebody to me or showcase me as a person of integrity, as someone who is intelligent, as someone they can do business with.
This is really valuable.
Yeah.
Like I would say, everyone, we are coming close to the age of wisdom, and this is time to unlearn things and learn new things. There are theories and philosophies that many business owners have been running with over time that I looked very surprised.
Outdated.
Very outdated. Yeah. And most of us don't even know this thing. So the thing is that most people don't know what they need.
Definitely. It's just like in branding, in business branding. Some people will just create products and not put effort in branding it. And branding is not just color, banner, and all of that. It's speaking a language that this is who
We are.
we are. People don't put in effort in doing that. Like the fiber network I use in my area, I saw their samples. It's just there. The sample was just there. They didn't put in effort to make that samples look like something that if you are passing, it must catch your attention. So, and they are not growing very fast. Now, MTN fiber is about
To take over the whole place, yeah.
But these people that got the opportunity to do fiber network, they were not pushing it. So these are some of the things our people need to learn. Don't be shy to promote what you do. Use all the available channels to tell people that this is what I do. This is what I'm good at. Social media, blogging, all the platforms, public speaking, maximize them to showcase what you do.
Thank you so much for sharing all of this. I'm really grateful.
Welcome.
I just know that over time, 4 or 5 years from now, these gems are still going to be like, this is like you mentioned before, evergreen.
Definitely.
So thank you so much for sharing all of this wisdom with us. And I'm hopeful that a lot of people are going to run with these instructions, like I would call them, only if they were able to do that. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Really grateful.
I appreciate.
All right. So if you've been with us till now on the PT podcast, we want you to do just one thing, right? We bring high quality guests, and it's because of your support. The only way we're asking for your support is to please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, bookmark this video, share this video with someone who is interested in becoming a better version of themselves, either in their career as content creators, as bloggers, anything they find to do with their time, their money, and their hands. They need to become a better version of what they do. And what's better way to do it apart from learning from people who have gone ahead, which is why we bring high quality guests. And we want you to be a part of what we're building. And our commitment to you is that we'll consistently make sure that the Positive Thought Podcast is a learning environment for you, where you can get immediate action items, what you can do to become better at your job, at yourself personally. So see you on the next one.